Hey guys, welcome to Kipoernekeskorner. I'm back over in Watcher of Realms and planning to do some painter and patrons pulls here in a little bit. First, I'm going to check in on various things and see what's going on. I've got the harbor master running at the moment. Let's check some of these freebies. We've got time limited offers over on Daily Bug, and we're going to claim whatever we get here, which is 20 diamonds, 40,000 gold, and 100 stamina there. Then in the W Gold shop, we click on the banner or the tab on the upper right, and then the treasure chest to the left gives us 10 diamonds. And on the regular bundle, Spirit Invocation pack, we got a free daily offer of 15 more diamonds. So all of that'll come in handy whenever we're pulling the one for the guys later. Also, we have this weekly free offer of one rare summoning crystal. All right. So, got that all going on. We've got some Gold Dragon Pass daily quest to claim. For logging into the game, we get 200 Gold Dragon tokens. Spending 50 stamina today got us another 200 Gold Dragon tokens. Participating in the arena one time, another 200, and then that leveled us up to 14. And clearing any stage 5 times today got us another 200. Going over the level rewards, we have 5-star psychic power shards for that. Okay. Then in the Oracle's trial, I've got a little reward right here in the Mystery of Artifacts, and it is 5 Paintress's brush shards. That is for getting the special artifact for Rosalia. So that'll come in handy, especially if we get Rosalia. We're not quite to the end here. We need 4,200 points in order to get this, let's say, 6 gear recasting hammer shards. If we get to the very end of these trophies here. So, I'll come back to that momentarily. I think first, let's go over to quests and claim some of these guys. We got clear any stages 5 times today. Gives us 2 lucky knives and 1 stamina potion. Spending 100 stamina a day gives us 2 more lucky knives and 1 stamina potion sample. Participating in the arena one time gives us 5 quick clear tickets and 2 lucky knives, and then just signing in today got us another 2 lucky knives and 5,000 gold. We also have a monthly reward for participating in the arena 20 times. That is 500 arena coins. All right, not a small haul from that, I suppose, all things considered. Alright, so now, with those things out of the way, we also have some guild quests. Didn't even remember about those for a whole second. It's like, your guild is tiny. Reply to something else. Nah, I like my tiny guild, thanks. Alright, guild quests. For the guild's daily sign-in, we got 20 guild coins and 20 guild activity points, and 2,000 gold. Also, for participating in the arena 5 times, we got another 20 guild activity tokens, 40 guild coins, and 10 more diamonds. Let's see, I also need to claim the Drake's Chasm daily rewards. So for Nightmare 3, we're going to open up the legendary chest here and get 200 diamonds and 14,000 XP potions. And then we get 1 unpolished legendary soulstone shard. For the Nightmare 2 Dragon, we have a legendary chest as well. So for that, we get 12,000 XP potions and one of those little tokens that you eat, and a Scale-King Mage Demon Soldier as well. So all lovely stuff all around there. We also have Titanic Ruins thing to claim here. We claim rewards, and we just have the little baby chest, the regular chest, right? And for that, though, even in the baby chest, you get a good little haul. So we've got this Ancient Summoning Crystal. We've got these 5 Kukulkan's Spirits, which are used for something. I'm not sure what. I've found it before, but I've already forgotten. It may be... Nah, I'm not even going to make a statement as to what I think it might be, because I'm not 100% sure. I'm not even 90% sure. We actually got a total of 15 of those Kukulkan Spirits, one way or another. Whatever those are for, my gosh. We got them. Alright, we got a random quartz keystone for Titanic Ruins level 2 to 4. That's probably very helpful in some way. We'll learn all about that at some point. And then we got 150 diamonds and 1 rare summoning crystal. So very good. All around, I like it. I'm noticing something here at the top that I haven't noticed before, which is little these little keys we have here. So like what I'm seeing is we have 2 astral keys, which it says the key to challenging the Titanic Ruins boss Zervus in Macopolis automatically replenishes to 2 keys every week. And then we have this other key though. It's the Macopolis key. The key to challenging the Titanic Ruins boss Simra in Macopolis automatically replenishes to 2 keys every week. Alright. So somehow I was unaware of this. Does this mean that we can fight? No, we can only fight one of them, right? Because, or, you know, okay, we can Simra, Apocalypse 1, Simra, Apocalypse 1. Now, Zervus is locked. So that's the guy that we have 2 keys for, but we can't get into because of some reason, unknown, locked. Unlock this difficulty when the guild defeats the Apocalypse 2 boss and your highest mech fragments obtained in a single Apocalypse 2 run exceeds 30,000. So, alright, once we get big and bad enough that the guild can take out Apocalypse 2, which we can't even take out Apocalypse 1, but assuming we could take out Apocalypse 2, and also that I could personally do a very large amount to Apocalypse 2, a lot of damage, then we could open this Matrix 1, and I assume that means that we could then fight 2 things a week, the Simra and also Zervus. That's what I'm gathering. Alright, cool. Good to know. Not particularly useful at the moment, but perhaps later. I haven't really looked at the Guild War stuff down here, this Guild War Tier B thing. I think that might be the one that you have to do the demon stuff for. And I just haven't done any of that, so... Alright, let's see what kind of donations we want to throw in. How about some of these rare skill dust? That seems fine. We got 25 guild coins and 50 guild activity tokens for that. Hey, OJ, how you doing this morning? I don't think that I want to donate any of the epic things. I mean, I could. Maybe I do. Maybe I'll just do this, this 20 epic skill dust. You know, times 5. So then we get 40 guild coins and 50 guild activity for that. Don't think I want to donate any of these epic skill crystals. They could come into play. So we'll keep those. Let's see. Let's check the arena. We can come and refresh opponents here. Alright. That's a much better group right there. Who knows if we can beat any of them or not, but let's give it a go real fast. Alright. I see Praetus on there. I see that guy whose name I don't know. Yeah, that applies to most of them. Alright, so let's zoom out and see what we can see here. This is Twyla. I've seen Twyla a bunch of times, but always forget what she looks like. So, she has Slice and Dice. When activated, it increases damage by 50% and reduces attack interval by 20%, granting to ranged blade an extra 6 instances of damage, lasting for 20 seconds. Deals 200% damage 2 times to one enemy immediately. And then they've thrown out Salazar. That's the guy whose name I couldn't recall. He has Slashing Blitz. He's used pretty often by people in Arena, I've noticed. Launches a blitz of 6 strikes randomly on all targets in range, and I wonder if he could be kind of good on breaking shields and things like that. Each strike dealing 300% damage, and the last dealing 380% damage. Becomes immune to all damage when the skill is in effect. The skill guarantees crit hits on targets inflicted with bleed. I would like to have some more people who do bleed. I really don't know who I have that really does bleed. I have somebody who triggers off of bleed in some way. Well, it's not somebody, it's actually an artifact, and I have the artifact on somebody. But I don't have, you know, don't really have anything else in that road. Hey Cody, how you doing? Won't be here long, gotta do some stuff in real life. Ah, man, no worries though. OJ says I had my luckiest ancient summons this week. 5 legendaries and 170 pulls. That's amazing, dude. That's really awesome. Cody, on the other hand, is less satisfied with his. It's unfortunate. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so for the damage stats, it looks like Arrogance was topping the damage at 2,371. Well, it's actually 2,371,780. Actually, that's not even true. It looks like Xena beat him this time with 2,479,000. Crazy. And then the Twilight chick got 2,233,000. So that's not bad. Salazar was next at 1,116,000, followed by Idrin at just over 1 million. It's crazy. So for the rewards, we got 3 arena coins and 5,000 XP potions. All right, so that was Sir Magdalena, or perhaps, perhaps not Sir, but that's okay. At 321,527 BP. The next one we're going to try is going to be this Russian fellow here at 334,807. Let's try that. I didn't check the stage BP to see if the monsters were actually that amount or not, which was foolish of me, but so even if he has some ridiculous BP on the stage monsters, we're still doing it. So first and foremost, he threw out Wrath, and this is interesting. Okay, so Wrath's ultimate is Heavy Blow. It's an auto cast ultimate, increases damage by 30% for 30 seconds. Additionally, after 3 attacks launched, triggers an extra attack. And I can't even finish reading it. We got that victory. All right, so that was the Russian name that I don't know how to pronounce. With 334,807 BP, and topping the BP or topping the damage was Xeno with 1,202,860, followed by Wrath at 1,165,740. Cody says, yeah, my actual worst summons in Ancient. Sorry to hear that, man. Alright, so for that, we got 3 arena coins and 5,000 XP potions. OJ says, it seems like Ancients are always either really good luck or really bad. I've only done a few Ancient pulls on this event, I suppose I'd say. But I do plan to do some more possibly today. We'll see. Alright, so we ran out of arena permits for now. Let's hop over here to Beirut and check on him because this just refreshed. Nothing exciting there. How about events? What do we have here to claim? We got a skin discount event. May as well go over here. We got sign in for 3 days, giving us 50 diamonds and 1 discount token. Challenging Drake's Chasm 6 times gets us 50 diamonds and 1 discount token. Getting 5 wins in the arena gives us 1 more discount token and 2 arena permits, which is convenient. And getting 10 wins in the arena gives us 1 discount token and 4 more arena permits. Now I could have saved those and claimed a little bit at a time so that we could continue to get the refreshes on the arena permits, but I plan to just come and use at least 1 more of those. Well, actually, we're just going to use 2 of them. So we have 358,596 BP. We're going to challenge, Sinful. We're going to call it Sinful Ice. We don't know why it's ice. It's sinful. Okay, I see. I follow now. All right. So we're going to go with attacking Sinful Ice and getting probably smashed. We'll see. Let's check it out. Auto fight. Alright, Cody says, all I got was Sargak, sadly. I don't know Sargak. Who is he? What kind of a character? It sounds like it's not good. Alright, so here comes the little beasties, and they throw out Numera. Numera seems to be pretty good. She's a poison lady. She has Nature's Wrath. Immediately gains 2 extra Grimthorn spikes and rapidly launches all Grimthorn spikes to random enemies in range after charging for a short period. Each spike dealing 520% damage and inflicting 1 stack of poison. They follow that up with Ingrid, who I've heard of and I've seen, but I don't have. She has Cosmic Shift. I don't know what it means. It goes between Solar Mode and Stellar Mode, and I have no idea what the difference between those modes is. Now they've thrown out Dao-chan in, looks like healer mode, because she has 2 modes she can be in, Hope or Sorrow, and one of them is healing and the other one is like a DPS boost. They currently have her in healing mode. Interesting. I guess that's to try to save their Numera a bit. Then they have, nope, not her, this other person. It is Silas. I've seen Silas. He has Shadow Cloak. Damage increases by 80%, and each attack becomes soul sniping that ignores the defense and magic resistance of the target for 20 seconds. Alright, they're making a comeback over here. Smashing me. Did I look at this one yet? Ah, it's Born. I've seen Born. I feel like he's another magic or poison person, right? He has Unshackled Frenzy. It dispels up to 1 buff from the target. Then, basic attack turns into 3 consecutive strikes, dealing 3 instances of 90% damage and inflicting 2 types of poison on the target. Increases damage dealt by 1% up to a 30% increase. So he does more as time goes on, it sounds like. Got bad news for them, though. They had a couple slip by. Alright, so we got that victory in the bag. That was Sinful Ice, 375,028 BP. And it looks like that's going to, yeah, okay, let's see, stats. Alright, so Arrogance topped the damage at 7,686,900, followed by Numera at 6,569,820. That's not too shabby. And then they got that girl, whose name I've already forgotten. Maybe it's Ingrid. That might be the right name. I'm not really sure. 5,216,070. And then it goes down to Xena at 4,834. And then we drop off to Edrin, 3,637,530. Now it's interesting how much damage Solkadins does because he came out late and he still managed to pull off 2,792,000. I mean, not late, but later than some of the colors, let's just say that. Okay, for that, we got 3 arena coins and 5,000 XP potions. Cody says you're pulling on the Naza Bubba banner? OJ? I don't know the Naza Bubba banner. Intrigued. Okay, so it looks like we went to the next level, I suppose, or the next ranking. So now we're on Gold 3. And what that means is that all of these people are well out of my range of attack. So, too bad, so sad, we shan't do them. Alright, we have over here Brave Conquest, where we've got 2 huge stamina potions to claim. Got those. Now this Ancestral Legacy, I haven't messed with yet. And I don't know if I want to quite yet. I don't know anything about it. I clicked on it the other day and I didn't really... It looks like a board game, right? So we have all these little spaces. And is that what we're doing here? I don't really know. I'm going to click on this exclamation point here and see what it tells me. Use dice to advance on the map based on the rolled number and triggered events on the corresponding tiles to obtain Dragon's Gold. Accumulate a certain amount of Dragon's Gold to claim rewards. There are 2 types of dice. Scalekin bones generate random numbers, while Dragonkin bones allow you to choose the number. Well, that's not really dice then, is it? Interesting. Dice can be obtained through quests within the event. Different tiles have different effects. Whimsy Words grants random rewards. Fortuitous Encounter and Destiny's Path produce different outcomes and rewards based on your choices. Turn of Luck requires a bit of good fortune. That's not for me, that Turn of Luck thing. After purchasing facility tiles, you can gain efficiency bonuses that improve Dragon's Gold collection efficiency. Different facilities provide various bonuses, and effects can be further enhanced through upgrades. As commanders across the server continue to explore and collect, server-wide rewards will be unlocked. The leaderboard records the total Dragon's Gold accumulated during the event. Compete to see who can be the ultimate wealth tycoon. Leaderboard data refreshes with a delay of about 1 minute. Leaderboard rewards will be available for collection after the event ends. Okay, let's see what's going on. We've got a facility overview over here. Nope, that's just saying close it or open it. Go to a facility tile to purchase a facility. Well, let's start with quests. Log into the game today. Hey, we did it. Alright, Scalekin Bones. Spend 50 stamina today. Got a Scalekin Bones. clearing these 5 stages. No, clearing these stages 5 times a day. Reading is hard, guys. Got scale bones for that. Complete 2 individual quests of the guild today. That gives us another scale bones. Stay online for 10 hours during the event. We did that, so there's another 2 scale bones for that. Spend 1,000 stamina during the event. Alright, got that. 2 more scale bones. And eliminate 4,000 monsters during the event gives us another 2,000 scale, or 2, not 2,000, that'd be a whole different thing. 2 scale bones. So what we have over here at the end is we've got 2 Dragon King bones. That's the one that lets us choose what we do with it. And scale bones, which are actual dice. I mean, they're not actual dice, they're actual digital dice. Alright, now we also have this thing, 100% efficiency bonus. Some types of facilities can provide efficiency bonuses. I feel like if we're 100% efficient, I mean, that's as efficient as we could possibly be. And now soon we're going to find out, no, you can actually be 200%. You're going to get 350% by the end of all this, right? Alright, here's rewards. What's this all about? Obtain a total of 60 Dragon's Gold. Okay, so this is where our real rewards come in. And we already have something. We have 20 of these autofight attempts from just the server progress. So our server is doing pretty well, guys. Good job. Alright, now, how do we play this? We don't know. Do I roll? Are there instructions? Oh. We're just rolling dice. What if I click something? Okay. We have the ability to click on these tiles, and it tells us things that are meaningless. It's just showing us what we can possibly land on, I suppose. Okay, so I think maybe we just roll the dice here, right? I'm gonna click dice, and it's a 4. Apparently, we don't get to choose which direction we go. So we got 15 Dragon's Gold. Okay, accumulate a specified amount of these to claim rewards in Ancestral Legacy. Sure, sounds good. Alright, so that was one of our scale bones that got rolled. I can see a little bit of strategy here. So we've got 2 different kinds of dice, right? It looks like we don't get to choose which direction we go. We're going just we're going clockwise around the board, it seems. But wait, what is this? Oh, okay. All right. So that's our option to choose which die we roll. So the little thing with the little recycling symbol around it is the one that lets you choose what die you roll. The other one is a random, like the one that just looks like I don't know, a D8. I suppose is a random die. All right, interesting. I suppose if I knew what I wanted, then I could try to choose something, but I don't actually know what I want. Let's see here. Whimsy Words grants random rewards. Fortuitous encounter in Destiny's path produce different outcomes and rewards based on your choices. Okay. Turn of Luck requires a bit of good fortune. So the only thing I care about is I don't want to hit Turn of Good Luck, because that's pretty much it's a no-win situation there. Let's just do another random roll and see what's going on here. We got a 1, so that puts us on Magic Spring Dilemma. A forest spring shimmers with strange light. Those who drink from it may face an unknown fate. Okay, we've got a forest spring shimmering with a strange light. We could either pour in a carried potion. Wonder what that means. It's a conservative choice. Or we could risk drinking the shimmering water. A radical choice. I'm curious, right? Like, what kind of potions are we carrying around? Do we have one that, like, purifies the water? Do we want to just see what happens and, drink the random water that's hanging out on the ground? I mean, I'm uncertain. How thirsty actually are we? That's another question. Do we have water? If we already have water, do we want to risk the water? I don't know. We can either pour in some of our potion for reasons unknown, or we can just drink it. We can go, it's probably safe. I feel uncertain. So, you know what? I'm going to just pour in a carried potion. Play it safe. All right. You pour the potion into the spring. The water suddenly churns violently and changes color. Hey, listen. If we're pouring our potion into a spring and it churns violently and changes color, I don't know what potion we poured in, but I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling okay about the decision not to drink it. So what we have here is for roll between a 10 and a 16, we summon a spirit, and we get 100 dragon's gold for that. If we roll a 4 through 9, then the antidote fails to work. That's interesting. What is this? The antidote? Were we poisoned? How did we get poisoned? Because we didn't drink the water, right? We poured it in. So what is this? What does this mean? How did we get poisoned from the fumes? Perhaps. I'm uncertain. Don't know how this happened. We're now poisoned. All right, and if that happens, then we get 50 dragon's gold. So the antidote fails to work, but we get 50 dragon's gold anyway. Like, I don't understand. I guess we didn't die. We just got sick, and we had to pay 50. If there's dragon's gold, we would have gotten so that we can, get a doctor. Maybe that's it. And then number 2 to 3, the spring runs dry, and we get 20 dragon's gold. Now, okay, so we found this magical spring. We poured our potion into it. It churns violently and it changes color. And apparently we're poisoned, but it's perfectly fine because we've drank something. And now we're concerned that the spring, which has poisoned us, has run dry. That's worse than the antidote fails to work. I feel like the antidote failing to work is perhaps the worst case scenario here. I'm uncertain. Maybe there was a net gain. I'm not sure. Let's try our luck. Let's see here. I see that Cody and OG are having a little conversation about things here. Okay. Is there really a character called Bubba? Because I see you guys talking about Bubba Awakenings. Is that the name of a character? I need to know. OJ says this is like Monopoly. Sure, I can kind of see that, except you're not buying any properties or any of the real estate aspect. It doesn't appear. But yes, Arrogance and Zalitu are brother and sister. Interesting. Yeah, I do want to check that out sometime. I want to go through the gallery and check that stuff out. Cody thought they were husband and wife. Well, that's a heck of a mistake to make there, Cody. That's never. We're gonna just hope that both aren't true. OJ says Zalitu ripped off Twin King's missing horn in a fight. See, this seems really interesting. I do want the backstory on these guys. Oh no. Arrogance and Lust are in a toxic relationship. Well, I knew they were in some kind of relationship. Oh, Bubba is Beelzebub, but everyone calls him Bubba. Interesting. Okay. Why not Beelzebub? Is it just like because it ends in Bub? Is that what we're doing? Like it ends in Bubba? Bub, so he's Bubba. Okay, could be better. We rolled a 3, of course. You pour the potion into the spring. The water suddenly turns violently and changes color. We did that, yes. So, we summon a spirit. The antidote fails to work, or the spring runs dry. Well, in our case, we got the worst possible conclusion from that, which is apparently that the spring runs dry. Hey, I'm just glad I'm not poisoned. Alright, 20 dragon's gold for that. Now, roll again. It went so well the first time. Alright, at least we didn't lose anything. That's good, right? OJ says too long to type. Cody says literally. Yeah, 25 dragon's gold. Well, that's just a straight up reward, and it's not really much better than the one that I got from making choices. Alright, 4. Oh, it's a question mark. This vast expanse is so encompassing. Astonishingly, we crossed paths again. Well, I don't know who you are, and I'm not sure I've ever met you before, so there's that. I'm gonna go with, you know what? We're gonna go with nice to meet you. Because honestly, I've never met you before, dude. Not to my knowledge. You got like feathers on your shoulders. Your journey appears to be bursting with exploration and discovery. Absolutely. We've got I feel lost, every step counts, or give me the reward. I'm going with I feel lost. The destination isn't always clear at the start. Sometimes one must persistently seek it during their voyage until they discover it. How can I be sure of my goals? Every voyage presents a learning opportunity. Maintain an open mind, and you will discover its significance in every stride. I will remember this conversation. We got 50 dragon's gold for that. All right, life lessons from some dude in a hood with feathers on his shoulders. I'm feeling like I've really advanced my philosophical education here. We got a 3. Ancient trees whisper. An ancient millennium-old tree suddenly speaks, offering you a mysterious deal. Okay, listen, when you're going along and the trees start speaking to you, not only are they speaking to you, but they're offering you a deal. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel. I don't think that my first thought would be like, oh wow, this is definitely going to be good for me. I don't know. I'm always suspicious of those. The strangest situations happen with talking trees. Alright, so we have choices. We can refuse and leave quickly, or we can accept the tree's contract. Wait a minute. We don't know what the contract is, alright? Like, I need some terms and conditions. I'm not interested in just saying, oh, well, I'm just gonna, accept a tree's deal. I don't even know what the deal is. Like, it's like if the tree is just like, hey man, you want to make a deal? And you're like, yes, I absolutely want to make a deal with the talking tree. No, I absolutely don't want to make the deal. Refuse and leave quickly. You step back. The branches of the ancient tree suddenly shake violently. If we roll 10 to 16, we gain wisdom. I'm not sure that's what that means, alright? If you've just made a deal with a talking tree that you did not know what the deal was, I'm pretty sure that wisdom isn't what you get from a good outcome, right? If you get a good outcome from that, what you've done is you've essentially you have gained the reward, but you've also gained a false sense of security in that you can just go around making random deals with kind of shady entities, and that's going to turn out well for you. This is not wisdom that you've gained. Okay, all right. 4 to 19, you escape unharmed. That's like best case scenario, really. And for that, we would get 50 dragon's gold. And then for 2 or 3, we become entangled and trapped. Yeah, that's most likely. 20 dragon's gold. Yeah, probably. I mean, that's honestly, that's not the worst thing that could have happened. So we're gonna try our luck and see what happens. All right. Oh, we got a 9. So we escaped unharmed. All things were good. We ran, and we made it without him just absolutely destroying us. It was just bad luck to come across that tree in the first place. So we got 50 dragon's gold for that. Cody says a lot of champs have dead games in the community. I understand that. That's I mentioned a number of times that I play Magic the Gathering, and that's kind of how that goes too. Especially if a name is long or difficult to pronounce, people will often come up with some kind of a nickname for it. So I think that's fairly common, just among gamers in general, for really kind of anything. Got it too. Really flying along here. Fortunately, I don't think that we're trying to get anywhere specifically. We're just going in a circle. We got a facility effect. Forbidden Sanctum. You will receive 2 dragon's gold each time you use bones. Upgrade effects. You will receive 4 dragon's gold each time you use bones. Alright, that seems good, right? Now, which ones are the bones? Are they the normal ones or the ones we choose? I don't really know. Let's go ahead and buy it though. We don't have anything else to use these on yet. So there we go. Now we have a facility. Forbidden Sanctum. Okay, all right. Locate. I'm curious. Do we have to land on it for something to happen, or not? I don't know. What if we land on it again? Is that when we get to upgrade it? Maybe. Perhaps. I feel like that's a possibility. Let's first of all, let's look at these rewards. What's going on over here? Obtain a total of 60 dragon's gold, and we get 300,000 gold for that. And then if we obtain a total of 100 dragon's gold, we get 100 diamonds for that. That seems like worth it right there. All right, let's look at these again. So that's the scale kin bones, and that's the dragon kin bones. So actually, every time we roll either one, then we're gonna get whatever that was. Let's see, what was it? I've forgotten already. 2 Dragon's Gold. Okay, yeah, we'll do well at making our investment back on that, I think. All right, so let's roll some other random bones and see what happens here. We got a 2. We're gonna try to hit virtually everything on this board. Is what's going on. Your reflection appears in an ancient magic mirror. It moves independently. We can either cover the mirror with a cloth, or we can reach out and touch the mirror's surface. See, I'm finding that I'm pretty consistently choosing the conservative side of this because, again, I just wonder about the person who's like, oh wow, here I am, and that's me in the mirror, but he's kind of doing his own thing. Let's touch it. No, don't touch it. Like, I don't know that. I'm not sure what the answer here is to this dilemma. Right, when you're seeing this happening, I mean, horror in your soul comes to mind. But that's not something that you want to be happening. Now, I mean, obviously, initially you might think, well, maybe this is some kind of a trick. I would be suspicious, like, wait, what's going on around me? What is somebody trying to distract me in this manner with, from rather? And kind of like, well, wait, hold on. I feel like I'm being set up here, right? But I can't imagine why I would reach out and touch the mirror surface. Like, what possible reason would you do that for? Like, if you were going to test the reality of the mirror, the solid nature of the mirror, would you really use your hand to do that? Because I would not do that. I'm going to go with cover the mirror with the cloth, which is not what I would do, but I feel like that's better than touching it with my hand, right? Okay, you quickly cover the mirror with your cloak, with my cloak even. Angry whispers emanate from within. Now we pissed it off. Great. All right, so if we roll a 10 to 16, we gain protection and get 100 Dragon's Gold. Protection sounds good. 4 to 9, nothing happens. We get 50 Dragon's Gold. That seems fine. And 2 to 3, we're cursed. We get 20 Dragon's Gold. We absolutely don't want to be cursed. I'm pretty sure of that. That seems to. I don't know why we had to mess with it. Why do we have to touch it or like throw our cloak on it? It's very strange. All right, let's try our luck. We got an 8, which means nothing happens. Hey, I'm all right with that. That seems fair. We got 50 Dragon's Gold for nothing happening. Cool. All right. We have one more set of scale components to roll, so let's go ahead. OJ says, I always touch the mirror. Why? Why touch the mirror? Oh, this guy again. We recognize the man with the feathers on his shoulders. Hello, traveler. It's remarkable how one can encounter the most unexpected people in the most unforeseen places. Feels like we just saw you, dude, and you were like a couple steps back, so it's not that strange. In fact, I'm kind of wondering about you. What you got? Glowing yellow eyes. You've got holding, one of those mythic dice in your hands, and you're a little bit. You look a little sketchy, to be honest, and I don't feel comfortable with you following me around. See, this is my thought. Are you tracking me? So we've got, are you tracking me, or it's all fate? Being stalked, that's not fate, all right? That's somebody with a bit of an obsession, okay? So we're going with, are you tracking me? Although I wouldn't want to be so upfront, but let's do it. Are you tracking me? He says everything is guided by fate. Oh no. We've got, I don't believe in fate or praise fate. Now when somebody is stalking you and they're telling you everything is guided by fate, I don't think I'm gonna be in his face about it. I don't believe in fate. No, I'm gonna be like, oh, all praise fate. We got 20 Dragon's Gold for that. All right. Now we're out of those. We've got a reward though. Obtain a total of 200 Dragon's Gold, and we get one huge stamina potion. Nice. All right, now we still have some of these dragonkin bones left. And what is whimsy words? I've forgotten. It was not this. We're gonna be able to get back there. Grants random rewards. Fortuitous encounter in Destiny's path produce different outcomes and rewards based on your choices. So we just don't want turn of luck, essentially. The rest don't really matter. I wonder, though, if there's something we would want to get closer to. What's Witch's Paradise, for instance? Was that listed on here? No, there's no Witch's Paradise. What does that mean? Okay. So why don't we try to get over to Witch's Paradise to see what that is? That's two steps ahead. So let's roll with 2 and see what we got here. Alright, there was our extremely random 2. Witch's Paradise. It's a facility. You will receive 1 scale-kin bonus each time you enter Witch's Paradise. Odds of hitting Witch's Paradise may not be phenomenal, but since I chose to roll here, I'm going to go ahead and buy it. It's not the best logic in the world, but it's the logic I'm going with. Let's see, what's this? This is Destiny's Path. Then we have Fortuitous Encounter, Whimsy Words, Turn of Luck, and more Destiny's Path. Well, alright. So, if we must, what do I want? Maybe a 4 to get over to Whimsy Words. That seems fine, right? I think so. I think Whimsy Words it is. So let's do a 4 for this. Let's see, Cody says I want to pull the 60 blues I have, possible A1 Rosa or A3 Police now. OJ says I kind of want to try for Police before the banner ends, but I'm not going to press my luck. And Cody is in agreement there. So we got 20 Dragon's Gold. Okay, well that's all fine and well. Alright, looks like we have done what we could do as far as this ancestral legacy goes for the moment. Actually, one more thing before I leave. I want to check and see what else can one do. So we can get these bones for performing summons, obtaining 5 pieces of gear from gear raids, successfully enhancing gear 10 times, 20 times, 50 times, leveling up the hero 20 times and 50 times, claiming friendship points 80 times, leveling up heroes 20 times, 50 times, and successfully enhancing gear 20 times and 50 times. Okay, alright. Those are all very doable things. Okay, out of there, then no sense in continuing. And I think I want to first come and claim whatever this is, which is 30 buttercream mushrooms and 30 jumbo spinaches, and send her back out trying to get some more of that birch sap. We all love a little bit of birch sap now and then. Let's send out some folks for some Mystery of Artifacts raids. Go over to stage 17. That's the last one that I've cleared. And so we'll max that out and get that going in the background. Then, I think I'll go over to events because we have some things here. Looks like we could do this random discount. May as well do that real quick. OJ says I always save all of my gold dice for the end. For the end, huh? And, so, let's see here. Didn't actually pay attention. I think that discounted this thing, which is a bundle that includes 80 gleaming meteorites, 3 refining crystals, and 2 gear recasting hammers. With 3 more discounts to throw on, it looks like 400% discount on this, 20 rare summoning crystals, 1 legendary summoning crystal, and 5 ancient summoning crystals, which would bring it down to 2,499 W gold. And so now we've landed on that second bundle again, which was the one we landed on earlier. And this is the skin for someone. Let's see who. I have no idea. Rosalia. Alright, Crimson Requiem skin for Rosalia, which would give a 0.7% attack bonus boost and a 12 defense boost. So, not bad. It is 99 W gold for that, and we're at the lowest discount. Now we have, let's go down to Masterful Strokes. We have 15 attempts left here. Looks like we've been doing wonderfully. You know, probably, yeah, well, that's okay. Let's go straight across here. Nope, not that way. It's up and down. That was a terrible attempt right there. We got 5 ancient summoning crystal shards for it. Let's try it again. Okay, so now it could be up and down, it could be left to right. I want to do up and down, so let's do left to right. See, I'm always wrong, so choosing the other thing is normally right. So, we got 1 rare summoning crystal there. And then we have 5 attempts left. Let's start here. Aha, okay. Now, I'm still kind of feeling the up and down, so it's probably either in diagonal or that way. It was diagonal. All right, so third choice was the correct one. All right, 5 ancient summoning crystal shards. All right, we got 1 left here. There we go. Treasure hunt celebration. We can start using our lucky knobs with 8 of them. Got 4,000 gold there, 4,000 gold there, 10 rare skill dust, 20 stamina, 4,000 gold, 10 epic skill dust, and 20 more stamina, and then finally 10 rare skill dust. Alright, cool. Brave Conquest, we've got our little reward over here. It is a Paintress's Brush Shard. And that is, again, for Rosalia's paintbrush that you can assemble. Alright. Also, I've got this newbie gathering thing at some point, which would be cool. I've got this invite code 0K7G. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. Have I checked out English 1 chat? No, I haven't changed my chat. I just kind of left it as is. I don't know if this is useful to write this in here, but I'm going to anyway. You can write it in the channel. It's 0K7G-78-R2-6F. Let's see. 0K7G-78-R2-6F. There you go. English chat 1, huh? I know that you guys told me about switching channels and all that. Just haven't done it. That's kind of neat. Yeah, I haven't checked out this newbie gathering thing either yet until just now. Alright. I think you were saying that you go to the chat and then you go to this drop down choice over here to the right and you can choose which one. I think it had previously thrown me in different ones. I kind of feel like I'm being randomly thrown into a channel. But sure, we'll go. Let's do English 1 and see what's up. Alright. Huh. Okay. Hey Cody, how you doing? Alright, now, maybe I can pay attention to that to some degree. I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, we've got over here something to claim under achievements. Looks like obtain a total of 100 million gold. Got us 10 achievement points and 2 rare summoning crystals. Cool. See if there's anything else. No, looks good. Alright. Other than that, we've got to claim this background fight. That's 25,830 coins, 4,500 XP potions, 28 flawless meteorites, 15 radiant meteorites, 71 mithril, 228 mystery of artifacts trophies, and 228 brave conquest points. Alright, there we go with that. I think I'm going to go into storage and throw together some of these things that we have enough shards to do. So we got 1 ancient summoning crystal shard here, and then we have 1 mythic extract. No, not that. 1 legendary skill crystal that we can throw together as well. Alright, great. Cody says some interesting stuff is said in there. Ah, well, we shall see. Oh, I've also got some things I can forge here. Sure, let's do that. We have an epic forge. Let's go ahead and see what we get in that. You never know. We got Consuming Rage. It is an epic artifact that increases crit rate by 5% upon entering combat. When a critical hit lands, it increases crit rate by an extra 5%. And then we have the Legendary Forge. We can forge 10 of those. And we have a few epics, and then we have the number of legendaries. Let's check out first this mythic and see what it is. It's Heaven's Rage, class limited to mages. A critical hit increases critical damage by 25% for 3 seconds. Then let's go to the legendaries. We got Aeonian Time. It is class limited to mages as well. Dealing AoE damage increases the hero's AoE damage by 2%. This effect can stack up to 5 times and last for 3 seconds. Nightmare Shadow is class limited to fighters, increases crit rate by 5% for every 5 attacks, and can stack up to 3. Death Knell is class limited to defenders. When the hero is deployed, increases defense by 5%. When the hero's HP drops to 40% or below, instantly restores 15% health or hit points. This effect can be triggered up to 1 time max per deployment. Interesting. Then we have the Watchguard's Disguise. It's class limited to marksman. Increases damage to airborne units by 10%. I would think that that would be good. I mean, that would be cool for like Etril, for instance, right? I feel like she would possibly benefit from that. Vulture's Horn, class limited to healers. Increases initial rage by 25% when deployed. Interesting. And then Soulbinding Crystal, class limited to mages. Restores 3% rage when killing the target. Cooldown of 5 seconds. OJ says, well, first of all, Cody says some interesting stuff is said in there. Then OJ says, yeah, it's the most active chat, but goes off the rails a lot. And OJ says it's full of degenerates. So naturally, I fit right in. All right. Let's see what we've got here. The North's Will. It's class limited to defenders. Whenever the hero loses shield, restores 10% hit points. That could be really cool. I think like Adrian could benefit from that. For instance, Baron could benefit from that. However, that was fighters. So, or I think it was now I don't know if it was fighters or defenders. One or the other of those could benefit from it. We got the Mythic Forge over here, which occasionally forges mythics and mostly forges legendaries, followed by some epics and some mythics. Alright. So we got 3 of the epics. We got a title ring that's a mythic. Let's look at that. Increases damage by 10%. Dealing damage has a 25% chance of slowing down the target by 50% for 2 seconds. This effect can be triggered up to 1 time every 4 seconds. That's kind of cool. Then we've got these legendaries. The Watchguard's Wisdom is class limited to mages. Increases the chance of triggering an additional basic attack by 0.2% for every 1% increase in rage. This effect can be triggered up to 1 time every 5 seconds. That title ring is class limited to mages. I'm not sure if I said that. Spirit of the Pack is limited to tacticians, which I have a total of 1 of. Increases damage by 10%. After moving, gains an extra 5% damage increase for 10 seconds. I think that's actually the artifact that I have on my only tactician. My only tactician is, so far, I wasn't thoroughly impressed with him. I haven't used him really. I'm not sure if I think I might have used him once. I'm not sure if I actually put him out. Rex's Vow is class limited to defenders, and it reduces damage taken by 10% when protected by shield. And that's another one that could be cool. I mean, I know I've mentioned, well, okay, Baron, for instance, he does the whole shield thing, so, yeah, I don't know. Watchguard Wisdom, class limited to mages. We read that one a moment ago. Solar Embrace is class limited to defenders. When taking damage, defense is increased by 12% for 3 seconds. And then another Spirit of the Pack there, so nothing exciting. Let's do another, looks like we can do 1 more on the Mythic Forge. See what we got here. The Watchguard's Ambition. class limited to fighters. Each basic attack launched has a 10% chance of triggering another basic attack. Well, that's neat. Alright. Interesting things. Now, what I'm noticing is I don't have anything I can do on the exclusive forge, but it does have a red dot, so let's look at it. It says exclusive artifacts. In the current exclusive forge event, you can select one from the listed exclusive artifacts to increase its forging rate. The forging rate of the selected exclusive artifact will be multiplied by 10 compared to other exclusive artifacts. The forging rates of other exclusive artifacts are equal. The forging rates of other artifacts of different rarities remain unchanged in exclusive forge. The exclusive artifacts available for selection in the current exclusive forge event are as follows: Painter's Palette, Painter's Brush, Halberd of Woe, Phoenix Feather Fan, Fire-Tipped Spear, and Carrion's Call. Now, the Painter's Palette is the artifact for Pierre, the painter, obviously, and the Paintress's Brush is clearly for the Paintress, Rosalia. I'm not sure who the Halberd of Woe is for. I think that might be for a fighter in general. The Phoenix Feather Fan, I think that is for Dao Chan. Fire-Tipped Spear and Carrion's Call, I'm not sure. OJ says you can farm the exclusive meteorites in Void Rift Heart. Oh, cool. Good to know. I have failed to do the Void Rift last week. I've got to try to remember to do that. Just kind of, I haven't had time or haven't taken the time or haven't used my time effectively that I've had, perhaps. So I haven't really done much of the Void Rift. Alright, hopping out of there. I know I mentioned artifacts for Adrian, but realistically, that's not so much for my Adrian because I have his exclusive artifact, which is quite good for him. Okay, let's check on the arena real fast. Yeah, those were fairly nasty when we looked last, so let's refresh it. It's not lovely. Likely there's death waiting in the wings for on all of these. The only one that I have any chance whatsoever on, it would be this AB to Smith that we see here at 387,055 BP, significantly more than our 358,596. There's some degree of possibility there, but I really don't know that my team is good enough to do much there. I can try and see what happens. I mean, I have 5 arena permits at the moment. May as well use one of them so that it can be refreshing. Alright, and at the very least, we'll see what other people have. Let's zoom out. Alright, threw out Sun Wukong right off the bat. That's a good choice, I feel. He's gonna do pretty well there. His ultimate is Splitting Hairs, deals 100% damage 18 times to one enemy and inflicts stun. And what he also does is he makes these little clones here. You see those little guys who just appeared? And they're also very good. So he's now thrown out Xeris. Xeris is another one that I've used in like the dragon fight. I've borrowed him from like the friend assist thing. His ultimate is Enslave. Summons 4 Souls of the Damned and reduces the summoned number by 1 with each ultimate cast. A minimum of 1 Souls of the Damned can be summoned. And I feel like he did pretty well on DPS whenever I used him previously. He also has Lucius, who I've seen quite often in Arena. It's kind of interesting. I haven't used him at all. He has Exorcism, loads the weapon with Sanctified Bolts, increasing damage by 30% for 20 seconds. Basic attacks and pursuits deal an extra 150 damage. There was more to that story, but unfortunately, we got the victory there a little quick. AB to Smith had 387,055 BP. And the stats show that Arrogance topped the damage at 3,505,400, followed by that's Sun Wukong, I think, at 2,731,420. Then Xena, 2,471,120. And then, interestingly, that Lucius guy who I was just reading about, the thing about him is he does something to do with damnation, I think it's called. He I want to say he clears some kind of a debuff that I'm unfamiliar with. It must be. I feel like it's used in something I haven't hit yet, maybe, or I'm not really sure. But people often use him in arena, so I'm not. Again, I haven't had him and I haven't used him, so I don't actually know what exactly his benefit is. But people are often using him there, so don't know. We got 3 arena coins and 5,000 XP potions for that. Now, there's really nothing more I can do against these guys. The next lowest one is Maximus Kane at 432,068 BP. That's about 70,000 more than what I've got. I mean, yeah, 75,000, whatever. Significantly more than what I've got. I don't think there'd be the slightest bit of chance against that guy. So we shan't do it at the moment. Let's instead hop over to the Gold Dragon Pass, go to the weekly quests, and click to claim this 750 Gold Dragon tokens for spending 700. Well, actually, I think it was for spending 700 standard, but I'm not sure. Level rewards, let's claim 1 rare summoning crystal there. Okay. Almost time for Bow Root to refresh. Let's hop over to here and get these 2 auto fight attempts for obtaining for Hyperion's gift, I suppose, that he gave to us. Let's also hop over here and go to the basic trial, and we can get that one out of the way because I already have finished all of the basic trial stages that there are. So let's just run a quick clear on this. It gives us 150 XP potions and 8 of these Shelter Insignia 3s. Alright, let's go over to the dailies then and claim this. Obtain a daily chest from Hyperion, giving us 10,000 gold and 2 lucky knives. Then, clearing faction trial on any difficulty level 1 time gives us another 10,000 gold and 2 more lucky knives. Then we can go to, actually, yeah. I think I'm going to go to the events and go to Treasure Hunt Celebration, claim these lucky knife things, getting us 20 stamina, and there's that 100,000 gold that is the reward for this floor. So go to the next floor, we've got 2 lucky knives left, and see that there's what looks like an ancient summoning card, ancient summoning crystal somewhere in here. We got 20 stamina, and then we're going to click over in the other corner, and we're going to get 4,000 gold there. Alright, that's all we can do as far as that's concerned at the moment. Checking to see if there's anything else. Not really. Alright, so we're about to a decent position to go ahead and summon some heroes, I think. Howsoever, first, I've got a bunch of things in the backup storage here. I think it's really interesting how the tip of the wand goes on top of the layer for this pop-up. That's interesting. We can go to bulk dismiss. We don't have any 1-star heroes. We don't have any 2-star heroes. So, I don't want to do that. We can bulk select them, and I won't have room for all of them. Let's see how much room I have. I only have room for 14 right now, so first and foremost, I'm going to go to Awaken and see if I need to awaken any of these guys, because I would hate to miss that. And as we all know, I'm not very visually observant, so it's actually very difficult for me to locate the ones with the little red dot on them, especially when I have things favorited. But I did find this one, whoever she is. Let's see, this is Solil. Solil can be awakened to the 4th level, so let's get her done. And it's going to increase her crit rate by 8%. Then we got 1 4-star psychic power for that. Okay, now back out of there, and then on downward to very slowly look for others who can be awakened here. Hit the level 1s now, and I don't think we're going to get anything. Okay, excellent. So, with that in mind, let's now go to sell guys. Do we have any ones? We do have a one. Let's we can sell that guy. Now this, I want to keep 4 copies of each of the fusible guys. So that's all of these guys that we have here currently. So no to 2-star heroes. Let's go ahead and dismiss this guy then. And then let's go to 3-star heroes. And again, I don't want to get rid of all of these fellows who are fusible. I know that I've kept, you know, and maybe it was a bad idea, but I've locked some of the fusible ones already. So I actually have 4 extra of her, so we can keep her. Then we got this troll guy. Can't think of his name, but looks like we have enough extras of him that we can get rid of him. Let's try Camille. I'm sure this is much faster for some people than it is for others. I'm a little bit slow at doing this. To me, it's a very visual thing, and it's difficult. Finding Camille, for instance. Oh, what a trick. Okay, I found her. Good for me. Excellent. Now we gotta find Baruch, but fortunately he's right there. All is well. Okay, then we have what I believe is Dagna. Okay. Looks like I probably want to keep one of the copies of Dagna. At least. Actually, maybe I want to... No, I don't need to do that because... Oh, I've done things. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. Add those back. Because she's not fusible anyway, so we don't need her. Alright, but Aaron is fusible. And we have... Looks like we have 4 extra copies of him already, so he's fine. Then we got Lizard Guy. That's Drogo, I believe. And we can get rid of these. Okay, all is fine and well there. The next one is, I believe this is Spring. Okay, we have enough copies of Spring. Then we have that girl. She might be like Shelor or something like that, her name. It doesn't look like she matters, actually. It just occurs to me she's not fusible anyway. But then we have that goblin who might be Cutter, possibly. It's one of the goblins. And it looks like, I think we're probably good to get rid of him safely. Alright, so we'll dismiss these and we'll get 900 diamonds there. Cody says, I can't wait to see you use Valise and Talon. I'm interested in Talon. I think I'm less interested in Valise. I'm gonna look her over again at some point. But I am interested in using Talon. I've got to check her out more. Cody says, yeah, just click rare and epic and sell all. Right, yeah, I don't know. I like to I like to see if I can keep them in case I want to use them together. Either to make a guy who's fusible or to make one of the guys who's fusible so that I can then awaken the ones that are fusible? Possibly. It's just kind of extra... I don't know. I hate getting rid of things, I guess is what it really is. Alright, so we have... Yes, we've selected rare guys and all that. So we want to sell 900 diamonds it is. Alright, then we'll go do the same for these epic guys. I don't see any reason not to get rid of this extra copy of Harpoon. We'll get those, what are these called? Epic Awakening tokens for that. Sure, let's dismiss Harpoon. Excellent, now we have room for almost 50. Not quite, we have 47. Would be good to be able to get rid of a few more, just so we could, have 50 go in, but that's okay. 47 is fine. We'll do it that way. We'll bulk select, and then we'll just toss a few back. I don't really care which 3, so we'll do 1, 2, 3. Confirm this. Move them on over. and then figure out what we want to do with them. Go to heroes. I think they were pretty much all rares, it looked like. So we can go to sell. Probably wait. I better not do that. That would be silly. Better do awaken first, just in case. Don't want to be getting rid of my perfectly fine and lovely people. They also help me catch something that I missed before. I wouldn't be at all surprised. Okay, that looks fine. Nothing sketchy going on here. Let's sell. And I'm pretty sure, I'll check and make sure. Yeah, I don't think so. I think we've done all the ones and twos, so threes. Okay, it's another of those situations. Now we gotta go see, do we have, I think her name is Maureen. Sometimes I get the names for Maureen and Brienne confused because I had gotten them simultaneously early on. And so I forget which one's which. And then we have that guy. His name might be like Glenn or something. His name is like, I'm not sure. It might be Glenn. But I don't think I've ever used him, and I can't think of what he does or anything. He makes me feel like he's a paladin, but I'm not sure. And then we have that goblin, which I think I may have already, checked on. So, okay, I can sell all of these guys for 1,410 diamonds. Cody says Blaze is very good, as well as one of the best AoE champs. Yeah, I think you mentioned that. Possibly. Let's go out of here, back over to summons, and try to get the rest of these guys out of here. Let's see if there's anybody. I don't think that any of these are ones that will matter, so we should be able to just dismiss them. In fact, I could have done it right there, I realized all of a sudden, because I'm pretty sure I have those. I just looked at them. And so that's okay. We'll go and do it this way. 3-star hero. And yeah, I think I can safely sell these guys. Yeah, okay. Dismiss those for 750 diamonds. Alright, excellent. So now we have a little bit room to get more guys. We've got some more diamonds, and we can go back over to Barud actually next, because I want to see if he has anything. He doesn't. We have a little bit of stamina built up, so let's go to the Oracle's Trial, go to artifact raids, and get those going in the background. Auto fight, maximum number of times, which is 4 currently. And then let's go. Now wait, I was gonna go to summon, but we've still got a red dot on heroes. Why is that, do you suppose? Why would I have a red dot here? Any thoughts? Share with the class. No idea. I had originally thought maybe it was because we had things to claim as far as out of the bag, but now our bag is empty and we still have the red dot on it. Don't understand. Like, what's the deal here? Like, why does he have a red dot on it? That's probably just starring up stuff, maybe, possibly. No, that doesn't make any sense. What's this? Player ratings. No idea. No idea why there's a red dot on my hero's window. Alright. Moving forward then, ignoring all of that, let's check on the mine real quick. We've got 4,650 coins, 4,050 XP potions, 2 insignia melee attack 3s, 1 auto fight attempt, 2 mithril, and 13 stamina. For the background fights, we got 17,220 coins, 3,000 XP potions, 12 flawless meteorites, 8 radiant meteorites, 45 mythical, 104 mystery of artifacts trophies, and 104 brave conquest points. Okay, well, moving forward, summon. Okay, we have some possibilities here. It's been a good while, I think, since we got a legendary guy, but let's go see just how long it's been so we have some idea of where we're at. Okay, that one is the last one that we got. So that was 24 pages, not 24 full pages ago. So let's do 23 times 3 and we get 69 and add the 1 for the guy at the top. So it's been 70 summons since we hit the last legendary. And I feel like I ought to have probably switched over to Dao Chan summoning to try to get those out. Because we've done 70, we're a long ways from pity on that end of things. We're a long ways on it from Dao Chan as well. So I'm gonna actually throw some into this. Odds are we don't get a legendary for some time. So let's try it this way. OJ says I think the red dot is saying that you can star them up. So you think that there's a red dot on the initial heroes page? Because I'll be able to star some of them up. I don't feel like I had a red dot on heroes, on the little heroes button, like last week. I could be wrong, but I don't think that I did. I'm not sure what that's all about. So let's see. Cody says good luck on your ancients. Yeah, absolutely. And OJ says I think that the red. Yeah, okay. Really read that part. All right, Nero. 3-star mage from the cultist and watcher factions. He's also a lord. Nero is a flame-cloaked master of AoE damage and faction leader of the cursed cult. Crank the heat. Yeah. So we got him. Let's go again. I feel fairly safe probably using all of these crystals that I have right now toward the Dao Chan summons just to get those numbers up. I really don't think I'm going to hit Dao Chan or another legendary in the next 25 summons. I think that's pretty unlikely. So here we have Rumnose, a 2-star defender. This cheeky goblin can't stay out of the drink. When healthy, he's mighty hard to take down. I actually should have switched over to these when I was summoning the other day, really. But, you know, you can't always make good decisions, right? Cody says if you get Ezreth from the Ancients, Valise got even better. Cool. So Valise pairs with Ezreth? Like they have a bond or something? Jonas is a 2-star fighter. Your classic drunkard with a spear. He may be a deserter, but he sure can bolster himself in a fight. I'm telling you, I've got to read his backstory. I've got to know. What's the deal with him? What did he desert? Why is he a drunkard? I don't know. Here we have Voltus, the 3-star mage from the cultist faction. Voltus, assigned to protect the commander, possesses electrical powers of mysterious origin. Beware his devastating storm. He's one of the first guys that you get in the game. He comes right along with you from the start. So he's a nice one to start with. Aaron is a 3-star healer. Gifted, if not impatient, Aaron uses AoE to heal units and provide debuffs. And maybe his storyline explains his impatience, too. Here we have Langland, the 2-star healer. Langland is as devout as can be. His healing magic dispels negative effects, keeping allies in fight. And we followed that up with Sorzis, the 3-star mage from the Nightmare faction. Advisor to the Nightmare Legion, soars his praise on the weak. He does exceptional damage to low HP enemies. Never gotten a lot of good value out of him yet. I felt like there might be a good spot for him, but it hasn't happened yet. Here we have Nero, the 3-star mage from the Cultist and Watcher faction, who is our lord. We got him just a little bit ago. I think his daughter is Solil, and I feel like she's better than he is, but I don't recall for sure. Here's Praetor, the 2-star defender. Wielding his great mace, Praetor defends the weak while in constant search of his lost love. OJ says, I just got Ezrath and he's kind of confusing. Cody says, really, I think he's pretty straightforward, but I watched a lot of vids before he came out. I know nothing about Ezrath except that I have seen him in the arena before. Here's Hayden, the 2-star fighter. Hulking and tanky, this trusty warrior can reduce hero summoning costs. OJ says, I had to watch a guide to really understand how he works. That's interesting. You know, so maybe sometime I'll get him and then I can have a look at him and know what you're talking about. Alright, here's Amelie, the 3-star marksman. Huntress not to be trifled with. Amelie's spears are deadly accurate and greatly reduce enemy defense. I don't know that I've ever really used Amelie. I can't recall using her specifically. Here's Rutu, the pink-skinned lizard man. He's a 3-star fighter. This scale comes in it for the thrills. Gains a shield after placement and recovers costs. It's in it for the thrills. He goes to all the disco balls. And here we have Jonas, the 2-star fighter, your classic drunkard with a spear. He may be a deserter, but he sure can bolster himself in a fight. Praetor, the 2-star defender, is on the search for his lost love. And Borut is a 3-star fighter from the Watcher faction. He's also a lord. Borut is a roughneck faction leader of the Watchguard. His mechanical fists wreak havoc with burn damage, and he also pushes people back, which is extremely helpful in many situations. Walgrak, the 2-star mage, running with a band of thieves, Walgrak slows enemies with his putrid magic while increasing his own speed. Down to 9 summoning crystals at the moment. And here we have Skull, the 3-star fighter. With a galvanizing roar, Skull boots allies and lays enemies low, able to regenerate health when low. Followed by Langland, the 2-star healer. Langland is as devout as can be. His healing magic dispels negative effects, keeping allies in the fight. Aha! And here we have something purple. It's Esme, the 4-star marksman from the Fiercer faction. Esme, once a devoted ally of Nyx, has embarked on a quest to track Nyx down, although her resolve seems to falter. Beware of Esme's relentless blades. We're also going to share this so that we can get those down. So we're going to claim the diamonds on her, 50 of them. Come back. And that's very helpful for the spiritual altar as well. Okay, that's 150 points there. Gonna summon again. We've got 6 more of these crystals. OJ says, Ezra took me from D to B in Mother of Crows, and I wasn't even really using him right. That's super cool. Screef is a 2-star marksman. Can't trust this one. This vile goblin will lead you into the dark before plugging you with his daggers. So strange, but it is what it is. And now we have Spring, the 3-star healer. As rejuvenating as the season itself, Spring can heal multiple units at once. Alright, AoE healer, not so much on the utility, howsoever. And we're following that up with yet another Screef, who is going to lead you into the dark and plug you with his daggers. He's very rude, very cool fellow, that. And Cutter, the 2-star marksman from the Pierce faction. Cutter launches poison-laced daggers with ease, downs Booge with less grace than a Nox. followed by another copy of Rutu, the pink-skinned lizard man. And then Rogers, the 2-star defender, stalwart and loyal. Rogers can bolster his own defenses to become a human wall. Alright, so that was all of our regular crystals, since that's kind of all I want to spend right now at this second on that. But we're up to 78 out of 200 summons for Dao Chan. And so we had been at 70 some odd. It was, I think, maybe it was 70 exactly. Pity summons prior to doing this, which puts us at, I don't know, maybe 99 or 100 toward the pity pool overall. But I do want to do some of these ancient summons as well, and try to get the Master Painter Goddess, this Pierre. It says he has Arena Mastery, and as pointed out by Cody, we also have a chance of getting this Ezrath Fellow, who is the Lord of Cultists. Seems very good. Seems like it would be very helpful. So let's give it a go. See if we can get either of those guys. Cody says, I got SSS on MOC, that's Mother of Crows, after putting Ezrath, Valise, Mazah, and Bubba on my team. So I have none of the... no, I do. I have Valise. That's the one I have out of that, Cody. And Cody says, and Beatrice. So we got Glenn. Glenn is the name of the man that I got rid of earlier. That's what I've determined from this. He's a 3-star defender. Devout to the holy light, this reliable defender turns to prayer in order to deflect and reduce damage. So yeah, my paladin assumption was correct there. Let's summon again. It's Horut, the 3-star fighter from the Watcher faction, who is also a lord. Got him early on in the game, and you know what? He's actually not bad for what he is. Elikos is a 3-star marksman from the Cultist faction. Not every day you see an ivory-skinned goblin. With frosty arrows that inflict slow, he just can't miss. Albino goblin for the win. He's actually been useful in some of the faction trials. And another copy of Elikos. He, again, still the same guy, believe it or not. He didn't change between now and 30 seconds ago. Another copy of Barut. So, if you need to shove some folks back who are coming at you and want to put them back into a spot where they can get hit in like a DPS gauntlet, then he's a good guy for that. Here's Aaron, the 3-star healer, gifted if not impatient. Aaron uses AoE to heal units and provide debuffs. Cody says, I feel Lego cool right now. Well, maybe something. Here we have Drogo, the 3-star marksman from the Piercer faction. There's nowhere to hide. Drogo's massive range and AoE ultimate will have enemies scrambling for cover. He's quite terrible. He costs like 22 to put out. I would say to not rely on Drogo as your man. Here's Gontba, the 3-star mage from the Esotericist faction. That's one prickly goblin. Gontba flings AoE spikes with abandon while inflicting the slow. Down to 6 more of these ancient summoning crystals at the moment. Let's see what we can get going here. We've got Amelie, the 3-star marksman, a huntress not to be trifled with. Amelie's spears are deadly accurate and greatly reduce enemy defense. Oh, here's a purple. Aveline, I've never seen... Oh, I have seen her before. People have used her in Arena. She's the female centaur. So we got the male centaur. His name is Absan. And I got him. And now I have the female centaur. Cool. Alright. So she's a 4-star defender from the Northern and Watcher factions. Cody was saying not even a purple yet. Sheesh. And then I pull Aveline. See, that's all you had to do, Cody. It's just... Sometimes I find that in games... If you like verbally complain about something, then you immediately get it. So that's my experience just in gaming in general. But yeah, so she's a 4-star defender from the Northern Watcher factions, a fierce centaur heroine with unbreakable fortitude. Her Iron Stomp inflicts massive AoE damage and stun. Very nice. Very cool. I like it. Alright, we got 4 more possibles here. Cody says, I agree with that, Kev. Yeah, it's absolutely true. Known fact. Here's Gorza, the 3-star defender. As fierce as she is gorgeous, this Orcish shield maiden stands firm and mauls many. Just, words fail me with that description, really. Now we've got another copy of Amelie, the 3-star marksman. She's deadly accurate and greatly reduces enemy defenses. And then Drogo. He is the 22 cost marksman. The game seems to think that people run and hide from his arrows. I'm not sure that that's actually accurate. And another copy of Elikos, the 3-star marksman from the cultist faction. He slows folks down, and I mean, he does okay in the faction trial, I would say. All right, so that was all of the ancient summoning crystals that I've got. However, we have these things to claim, which is 15 diamonds and 4 legendary extracts over there. That's all right. Let's hop out of here, and we've got some things to claim over here. Let's start with events, because over at the spiritual altar we have these 2 legendary summoning crystals to claim. Very cool. And I may actually go use those real quick. We're not too terribly far away from this legendary skill crystal claim here, which is also cool. Let's go over to Ancestral Legacy first and foremost, though. Go here. And under quests, perform 1 summon today gives us one of these scalekin bones, which is the random roll. So let's roll randomly and see what we get. Cody says, dang, no Lego. Yeah, that's my life, Cody. Alright, so 7 forward it is. Let's see what we get. It is, this fellow again. We've met him before. This vast expanse is so encompassing. Astonishing to crossed paths again. It's less astonishing than you might think. I'm just gonna go with Indeed. We've got Indeed. Nice to meet you, or give me the reward. I feel like Indeed is the appropriate answer here. Your journey appears to be bursting with exploration and discovery. Every step counts. He says every voyage presents a learning opportunity. Maintain an open mind, and you will discover its significance in every stride. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Alright, we got 20 Dragon's Gold. That's the same amount we got last time and the time before, I do believe. So, I'm not sure that our answers even matter there. Alright, so we got that though. Anyway, let's get out of there. Okay. Check on Arena real fast. Okay, let's refresh this. And see if there's anybody in range. 6th is the only one we have a chance at. It's 331,848 BP compared to our 358,596 BP. So we'll give it a go. The monster BP is the same. You never know. Let's find out. I recognize somebody there. Alright, let's see what they've got over here. Okay, they threw out Kajiri. Kajiri has Tranquil Reflection. Sheathes the blade and prepares to launch an extra sweeping strike after up to 8 seconds. When receiving direct damage while sheathed, parries the damage and launches the extra sweeping strike early. If parry is triggered within 3 seconds of entering the sheathed state, launches Ember Strike instead. Unable to use basic attack during the sheathed state. Well, that makes sense. When your sword is not out, you cannot use your sword. Alright, here we have Elowen, Grace of Nature. Heals all allies in range for 50% base healing every second, lasting for 10 seconds. The first healing will dispel debuffs from all allies in range. Well, that seems extremely useful. I think she may be the one who also has little extra healers she can put out or something. Kind of cool. Then they have Torador. There was something about Torador. I think he's a lord. He has Hellfire Burning. When activated, increases attack speed by 80, damage by 80%, and attacks multiple enemies in range, lasting for 20 seconds. I feel like he's a Nightmare Lord, actually. I think he was the one that I want to replace Wrath with at some point. And here they have Hot Soup. That's the one who I recognized but couldn't think of the name of. Hot Soup has Ghastly Burst. Deals damage to up to 5 enemies nearby, dealing 230% AoE damage every 0.3 seconds, lasting for 4 seconds. And she's very high DPS. And now here's Idrin. Now the curious thing is why they waited so long to put out Idrin. Okay, Idrin has Cold Lament. When the ultimate is triggered, immediately inflicts Ice Burn on up to 8 enemy targets in range. During the ultimate, gains a shield equal to 30% of max health, was the answer there. We got the victory on that one. That was against Sixth, who had 331,848 BP. Stats show this person. Who is this person? Kajiri, maybe? That might be Kajiri. At 14,332,900 BP. Followed by, looks like Arrogance next at 6,121,300. Of note, Arrogance did half the damage of this, possibly Kajiri, which is insane because his BP is lower, and you know, I've got a lot of things going into making Arrogance. Well, actually, in this group, I don't really, but Arrogance is high DPS, and they came out around the same time. So that's incredible. It's incredible damage on Kajiri. Alright, then, basically, after that, it drops down to my next 3 guys who are almost, you know, they're very similar. They're all over 3 million damage, which was Idrin, Xena, and Soul Cadenus. So that's kind of crazy. Alright. Get out of there. And they've got, we got 3 arena coins and 5,000 hero XP potions for that. Alright. Now we don't have anybody else here. We can really go after a very, with a very high degree of success. Could try Max or Rex, but I don't think I'm going to. Okay, now over to quests. We have a monthly quest updated, perform 30 summons. We claim that for 2 rare summoning pistols, and then we also have perform 1 summon, which gives us 2 more lucky knives and 2 4-star psychic power shards. That leads me to come over to events because I want to use those lucky knives in the treasure hunt celebration. So we got 4,000 gold and 10 rare skill dusts. Out of lucky knives now. Let's check on this newbie gathering thing. We've got some quests here. Perform 50 summons, and we get 30 newbie gathering tokens. Cool. Not sure what the newbie gathering tokens are good for. Redeem shop to redeem rewards. Okay, cool. Let's kind of just look at what's here real quick. Alright. Cool. What's this? Incarnation of Death. Abomination. So Abomination, I think that's some guy. Yeah, obtain Abomination skin, Incarnation of Death. I don't have Abomination. The other thing we have here is the Phoenix Feather Fan. That is the mythic exclusive artifact for Daotian. So that's cool for sure. And I think that's also available in a different thing. What was it? Is it, I don't know. Somewhere else we can get that. Not just there. You know what? I think it's in the events, and you go down to... it wasn't the Immortal Codex, it's the other thing. Not Ancestral Legacy. Oh, radio. Starcross thing. This thing. Yeah. This is the redeem shop that has... Yeah, there we are. Haha. Phoenix Feather Fan. There it is. Got it. OJ says, I think most people, or people mostly make alts for this thing, talking about the newbie thing. Ah, that would make some sense, I suppose. So I actually could get this. Increases attack by 5%. When Serenade of Hope reaches maximum stacks, it gains an extra 10% healing bonus. When Song of Sorrow reaches maximum stacks, it increases attack by an extra 3%. I mean, why not, right? I have enough feathers. I don't really have any reason not to get it. Why don't I get it? Let me grab it. Phoenix Feather Fan. Sure, let's do it. Okay, got that. And then we'll go over to Dao Chen and put it on her. This seems like a fine idea. Assuming I actually want it. Hopefully I do. Yeah, it's gonna be perfectly fine. Let's just do this and then it should put it on her. There we are. Excellent. And let's see, can we enhance it? Yeah, let's enhance it. And we'll just enhance it all the way up. Alright, wonderful. Now Dao-Chan is better. Okay, we've got the gold dragon pass over here. We got the weekly quest, perform 10 summons, and we can claim 750 gold dragon tokens there. Excellent. Okay. Something else that I might do is first of all claim these. Okay, these are the idle rewards. It gave us 10 quick clear tokens, 1 chest that I accidentally clicked past, a huge stamina potion, 3 auto fight chances, and 2 arena permits there. And I think that means that my arena permits are full, unfortunately, because I foolishly claimed those 2 without thinking about it. Alright, so that's where we're at the moment. Let me see if I want to do a couple more summons before I have to take a little bit of a break. Let's see first. I don't have anything there. I could throw another couple here. I think it's fairly safe. I also have these legendary summoning crystals at some point when I feel like trying to use those. Not quite at that point right now, huh? So yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and do 2 more of these. Alright, so here we have Narvi, 3-star fighter. A most inquisitive adventurer, Narvi makes a great companion, bolstering heroes and reducing costs. Sounds good. Summon 1 more time here. And we got Liam, the 2-star marksman from the Piercer faction. Unshakable and accurate, Liam can attack multiple enemies simultaneously from an impressive distance. As I've mentioned prior, I feel like he is possibly the best green guy in the game. I'm not sure. I feel like possibly, though. Alright, well, very good. I think I'll go clean up some of this stuff in our heroes because we're 216 out of 220. Don't have any more 1-stars, of course, but how about 2-stars? We can knock some of them out. I ought to just use those if possible and do all of the awakenings that I want to with them, if that's a thing. But the problem is that you have to level them up and all that, and you end up using a lot of resources. I don't really want to do that, so clicked buttons. Did I? Yeah, okay. I was like, did I click the wrong buttons? I guess not. It was just going slow. All right, 12,000 gold. Excellent. And then these heroes, do I care deeply? Actually, I think I could have gotten rid of those Baruch right there. And I know I could do the Airings and the Drogos. And this guy, because I did that earlier. So actually, I can clear all these folks that are left. I think I could have done the Baruchs as well. We'll dismiss these and get the 630 diamonds from them. Yes, let's try that again, because yeah, all of those guys were extras. So dismiss those as well for the other 120. And then I think we're gonna be good on that. Oops, wrong button. Cool. Back to heroes. See if we can awaken anybody. I don't really think so because I could be wrong. I only remember getting that one purple guy. Or well, maybe two. Yeah, okay, we got this one. Esme. So we will awaken her. And let's see here. That means that Venomous Eruption inflicts stun upon the targets, giving us also 1 4-star psychic power token. Looks like that was her first awakening, so that's cool. And that's all the awakenings that I had. But we cut down the number of heroes there quite a bit. We've got a couple more runs of artifacts we can do if we currently have in stamina. Without even using anything more than that. Alright, now I must take a bit of a break. I've got to get some food and I've got to do some real life things. And then hopefully I should be back here pretty soon. It was a pleasure streaming with all of you, chatting with all of you. Hopefully I'll see you again later. If you're not following me, be sure to follow me and turn on notifications so that you can see next time I go live. And hopefully I'll see you all then. Have a good one.